Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So it looks like more comic book deviations are coming. Now this is from Digital Spy, and it says The Walking Dead director teases more comic book deviations following Carl's death. Now it goes on to say, talking to Digital Spy and other media, The Walking Dead boss Greg Nicotero has hinted that more deviations from the source material are coming. And the reasons why are pretty straightforward. I think if we just did a panel-for-panel remake of the comic book, it wouldn't be very exciting, because then everyone could just say, oh, this is what's coming up next, Nicotero conceded. Part of it is deviating from the graphic novel to serve our story, and I think it's safe to say we embrace those detours, arguing that it's important to keep the show, quote, fresh for the audience. The director did go on to say that there are, quote, key moments in the comic book that they still want to pay, quote, tribute to, even if we may not immediately recognize them. Ultimately, there are key moments in the comic book that we want to pay tribute to, and a lot of times they get reworked to fit our format, like with Abraham's death and Denise. That was modified so we could get that moment with Glenn and Abraham, he explained. And it seems Greg Nicotero isn't the only one ready to defend the show's occasional change in direction. Christian Serratos also told us she thinks the deviations, quote, better the story rather than change it for the sake of it. I think it's a balance of staying very honest to the comic book, which is the reason that The Walking Dead was able to make it to TV, and a balance of keeping people on their toes, she said. I always think that if and when the TV show veers from the comic book, it's always to better the story, not necessarily change the story. So, very interesting. Looks like more deviations are coming. I gotta say, I'm pretty open to it. I mean, we have seen plenty of different deviations. I mean, we've had, oh God, what's some of them? Like Joe and the Claimers. I thought they were a really interesting group. And then, of course, we got that awesome moment when Rick bit Joe's neck out. That was awesome. So, I mean, that was a pretty good, I guess you could say, deviation in a way. Of course, I do like the whole spin-off Red Machete, whatever you want to call that, the little webisode or whatever it is, with Joe and the Claimers. So I do like that. That was pretty cool. We also had the Wolves, which was another interesting group. Short-lived, but still very interesting. We did have that awesome episode. Oh God, what was it called? A? I think that's what it was called. The A episode, when the wolves actually attacked Alexandria and they got inside, Alexandria and stuff like that, and the Alexandrians had to defend against them. I mean, that was really cool. I mean, that was an awesome episode, seeing basically not the main cast, since they were out dealing with the walkers and stuff like that, but seeing like the secondary characters, dealing with a threat on their own. I thought that was really cool. So, I mean, that was a really good deviation. And then, of course, there were some bad ones, the Junkyard Group. Yes, a lot of people didn't like them, they talk funny. They didn't do a whole lot. But, I mean, it was really interesting because we did get the Winslow. And then, of course, we got the Rick versus Winslow fight, which was pretty cool. Haven't really seen a spiked covered walker before, so I mean, hey, that was pretty cool. I mean, if we didn't get the Junkyard Group, we might not have gotten Winslow. Winslow 2.0 was a little bit lacking. I did think the first Winslow was a little cooler, because he had like the metal helmet and the spikes and knives and everything else sticking out of him. So I mean, that was cool. Winslow 2.0, not so much. While he did have, a helmet and I think it was like arrows sticking down from it, wasn't as good, but still, that was interesting. And then, of course, with this past episode, seeing Simon basically kill all the Junkyard Group, and then, of course, seeing the meat grinder scene, which was pretty cool. Honestly, don't lie, that was cool. Who knows? Maybe if we didn't have the Junkyard Group, we might not have gotten those scenes. Who knows? So, I mean, I'm pretty open to, all sorts of deviations. I do agree with him on, where was it? The panel for panel remake, because then everyone could just say, oh, this is what's coming up next. I mean, I do agree on that. I mean, that would be pretty boring. Just imagine, all right, this is what's coming up next. This is what's going to happen. This character is going to die, and then next week this is what's going to happen. I mean, that'd just be boring. I mean, plenty of other shows do it. I mean, Game of Thrones does it. Um, Stannis is dead in the show, but he's alive in the books. So I mean, gotta change things up. But I don't know. I mean, I'm open to them. Sometimes deviations work out, other times they don't. So who knows? But anyways, I just found that very interesting. It will be interesting to see what type of deviations go forward. I don't want to get into any type of comic book spoilers, so I'll just kind of leave it at that. So hey, but anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you open to these deviations? Did you like that, you know, Abraham didn't get the arrow through the back of the head and it was Denise, and Glenn and Abraham died at the hands of Negan? Or would you have rather seen Abraham get the arrow through the back of the skull? Let me know what you guys prefer. What other deviations do you like, not like? Let me know. And yeah, anyways, if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. You guys are helping me grow every single day, which is awesome. You can follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And like I said, leave me your thoughts and comments. And of course, more videos are on the way. Monday, my episode 11 reaction should be up. So definitely go and check that out. And of course, Tuesday, my trailer breakdown, stuff like that. So plenty more videos are on the way. So stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one.